Okay, so it is Saturday and I am bald. And you wouldn't have been able to tell that from the video I made just last, because that was only voiceover. So yeah, shaved my head on, I believe, actually just a week ago now, and as you can see, it's not completely bald anymore. So yeah, but now I have to go and help shoot something for a TV production that I'm doing. Fake news thing with Owen, and I think it'll turn out well. One of the best jokes is just me repeating the word PhD over and over, but it's a good joke, in my opinion, the writer, so take that with many grains of salt. Now I'm going to go over and do that. I got done shooting at Owen's house. Gonna have to go to Kirkwood at 3. So, yeah, more shooting to be done. Just not right now. So, unless I find any more things to talk about during this walk, you will see me at home in 3, 2, 1. So, yeah, that took some time, not because of the walk home, but because, well, there are now shelves behind me. That's why. Also, Eamon, I'm sorry that I'm on your side of the room, but, my side of the room has all this shit in it. So, I'm sorry if I borrow your side for now. Okay. There are some things that I want to talk about because A, I have a lot more time to talk during these videos now that it's 2 days instead of 4. And B, because, well, some stuff happened. You know, stuff. Just stuff. Stuff that I'm gonna now mention out by name. So, let's start with what I talked about in my last video somewhat briefly. So, my brother and I made a very, 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 very bad album with songs, as in we just screamed into a microphone that we only were like 50% sure actually worked. And then we decided, let's make like album cover and actually put this like out for people to enjoy. And by that we mean hopefully someone will go, oh, songs, what the hell? That was pretty much the idea of it, but as I said, that was not how it was taken. Now, let me get the offending email from Amy. If you will be in Indianapolis on February 11th, I've got a show that I'm trying to fill. Let me know what's up. Now, hey, Indianapolis is like an hour's drive from here, so if this person had actually responded, I would have totally gone just to see who the fuck is either stupid enough or ballsy enough to try and scam me that obviously. But, sadly, I did not get a reply from my... Before I answer that, I do have to ask. You did hear our songs, right? They are intentionally bad. They are just me and my brother yelling. That is what I wrote, and sadly, it is February 11th, and I have not gotten a reply. Now, Amy, or whatever the fuck your real name is, if you're watching, come on, man. I mean, if you're gonna go and try and trick people into a fake concert, do it. And if you were an actual person who was legitimately interested, but for some reason didn't hear the music, because you would have had to not heard it to even have a conversation like this. Listen to the music before you try and sign someone up. Duh. I really wish I could continue up on that, to be honest, but at the same time, I know that the person's never gonna answer back, because, well, why would they? It really is, like, 40% a shame, which, yeah. Now, there are some other things I want to talk about. Now, you may be asking, why are you talking about this? Well, to be honest, I saw a TED Talk about it, and honestly, I know some things about CRISPR, not much, because, well, I'm not a scientist. I'm only interested in science, and so I do not have the same range of experiences that would lead me to draw the conclusions that the guy in the TED Talk drew. But I do want to say some things. Like, okay, so the whole idea of designer babies is pretty much what you think. Choosing, like, the best parts of children to put into, like, one mega baby. Which, honestly, sounds pretty good, but then you gotta think, oh wait, people are gonna have to pay for that, so there's gonna be a divide. Yeah. Now, the way this works, in theory, is something called CRISPR, which pretty much is a way to change DNA. Like, think of it as like a copy and paste tool, like, and a cut tool, like an editing system for DNA, basically. You cut out what you don't want, replace it with something you do want. Pretty simple. At least that's how it's been explained to me. Don't take my word on it, because, again, 17-year-old who knows a bit about science. So, this could go drastically wrong, but I think, to be honest, it could go amazingly right, and I'd go with amazingly right. Like, I know that seems pretty obvious, but I'd go after trying to be amazingly right instead of trying to avoid being negatively wrong, horribly wrong, whatever. Because CRISPR, pretty much, as long as, say, it was, even, let's say, as long as, for some reason, it wasn't paid, or we had some reason, some way, not reason, to distribute it about so everyone got it, we would evolve so fast. I mean, in civilization, most people say that physical evolution is sort of stopped. I mean, that's why people with glasses still exist. But, let's face it, we can prevent, like, the complete stoppage of physical evolution, and also propel forward mental evolution as well, with just a small little bit of, well, this. So, pretty much, as long as we sort of all just agree this is a good thing, and we should make sure that everyone has this. Like, just, I can understand that some people might not want to do it, but you gotta frame the debate not as this is changing a child, as more of a way to get your child to do even better than they might have done. And I know it sounds a bit creepy, but on the other hand, we could propel ourselves so far as a species, and it doesn't actually have to just be the next generation. 'Cause it would take a whole lot more effort, but it could be definitely possible for, you know, people who are currently alive. For instance, if you went into every cell of my body and changed my DNA so I no longer needed glasses, well, there you go. No more glasses. Not gonna actually throw them. That's pretty neat. So, not only would we be propelling the next generation forward, we'd be propelling ourselves forward too. But it's definitely not that level of sophistication yet, so that's just a pipe dream, currently. So, Trump was in office, and I can't really comment on this in any meaningful way, because I'm 17. I have no real way to get involved in the political process. I mean, at best, I could sign a petition. I can't even, like, join a riot if I really wanted to, because I'm in Indiana. Not only am I in Indiana, I am in the one blue dot of Indiana. So even if I wanted to change something on the state level, that's impossible. So that's fun. I am literally helpless for these next 4 years when it comes to this. And that is almost worse than, well, definitely worse than even voting for the other person. Because at least then you can think, hey, I did something. I feel completely fucking helpless, and I'm just looking at what's going on and wishing the worst thing about the presidency was that he chose those tacky golden sheets. You know? And honestly, I don't know why I even put politics there, because I can't do anything about it. Like, even if somehow everyone saw this, I'm not going to change anyone's mind. I do not have that type of speech prepared. I just know what I think, and I know that unless I think about that a lot more and make it a lot pleasing to a mass majority of the internet, and more specifically America, because, well, I'm American and I'm talking about an American issue, which is affecting the rest of the world, but yeah. Yeah. Just... So, there's one more thing I want to talk about, but honestly, it is 11 minutes on this, and I still have tomorrow, so yeah, I'll talk about that tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm gonna have to go to shoot the next part of the video soon, so, not this video, but the school video, so, yeah. Really got myself feeling down though, so there's that. Okay, so finished filming, so gonna be heading back home soon, and then I'll probably wrap this part of the video up. Maybe the video up entirely, because I've shot like at least 11 minutes of footage, so depending on what I keep, this might turn into a one-day thing, which would be probably exerting, but could be interesting. Okay, so remember how I said like a few minutes ago in this that politics stuff, pretty much? Well, guess what was happening about the time I was saying stuff about that? An actual, like, group of people with signs actually protesting something. Yeah. Sort of makes my thing sound a little bit hollow, but yeah. Oh well. Something else happened, I believe. Did it? No. So this is probably going to be the end of today, and yeah. So see you tomorrow.